Alright guys, so time to show you Airbnb number 2. It's just me here to film, so welcome to the Lone Star Lookout. Good morning, we are on the way to Houston, dogs in tow. I'm gonna get there in 2 days because I'm gonna take a break once I get to Alabama to do my actual job that pays me to afford this arbitrage thing. So I'll get there on Thursday. I'll do showings over the weekend in various places and hopefully we'll sign a lease because I got an Airbnb for 1 week that I'm staying in until like the 13th or 14th, and I need to have a lease signed by then so then I can just move into that place and go ahead and set up property number 2. So I'm definitely kind of yeeting it right now because I do not have housing after the 13th and I'll be in Houston, and so I may have to sleep in my car. I don't know. Hopefully we can get a lease signed. I think I can. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. So yeah, I'm on the way to Houston. What's up guys? So it is like midnight. Just wanted to hop on here real quick to say that I signed both leases. I just kind of screwed myself because I didn't realize that they were both going to require the deposits and payments for rent all through Zelle only, which requires cash, and I'm like, trying to credit stack, right? And so I needed to come up with like $8,000 like within the next 4 days. I was like, girl, what? Both leases are signed. One starts on Wednesday and it's Monday for context, and so I gotta figure out, get all that money transferred fast. And I need to get the turnkey one. It starts on Tuesday of next week, and I gotta get that thing listed as quickly as possible. Making it work. Keep you guys posted. I'm gonna get some sleep and go fully into setup round 2 and 3. What's up, y'all? So got the check for my deposit, or this is for rent, and then I managed to get enough Zelle transfers over to the to get the deposit paid for. I thankfully had enough cash in various accounts, my freelancing account, my personal account, and my Airbnb account, to pay for all this like $8,000 cash up front. Do not recommend though. Just make sure if you're going to get in this business and you're trying to do multiple properties at once, make sure you confirm how they'll take payment, and also confirm that you got enough cash, because money talks. Yeah, so keep y'all posted. We're leaving the Airbnb. When I got to Houston, we're going to see what does it look like, or what all do we need. Property number 1, let's get it. Oh God, and I got to get all this in my car all over again. What's up, y'all? I figured I'd show you the other house real quick. I'm starting to make design changes, and before they all kind of go into effect, I want you to see what the house kind of already looked like. So this is a furnished townhouse in the 3rd ward, and it already was an Airbnb. He just didn't want to run it anymore, and that, I like furnished places because they're significantly easier, but very rarely am I going to still want to leave it as is. For example, TV mount, needs TV, bought the TV, working on that. Anyway, very rarely are they ever just ready to go out the gate, at least by my standards, right? And if you're trying to build a brand like me on Airbnb where people will, know that if they're staying in your home, that it's going to be top notch, then you need to make it top notch. And so this house was pretty much like 90% of the way there. Mostly just needed more design and decor and just some extra amenities. So I'm gonna walk you through some of that now. So in terms of the timeline, I have to get this house live as fast as possible because it's just costing money, right, instead of making money. Now, because it's pretty much almost done. When I say almost done, there's the decor. There's still a long list of things to do because you have like the setup, but then you also have to make sure hospitable, but the messaging is working, the codes are working properly. Like there's like the actual operation side of it too. I think that it's realistic to have the house done or at least photographed by this weekend, and I'll try to list it over the weekend if I can. I feel optimistic about this house because when we ran the numbers on it, meaning the Airbnb group, that on the low end it would probably make a million a month. I wish it would make $1,000 a month in profit, and on the higher end it would make around $3,000 a month in profit, and obviously that fluctuates from month to month, right? But yeah, if it consistently made between $1,000 and $3,000, I maybe will have put $5,000 into this house after it's all said and done. It might even be less than that. So the cash on cash should be excellent. Now this is just to set it up. If I was factoring in the cash on cash for like the rent and security deposits, it'd be less cash on cash. But even if you add that, that's like, it's less than $15,000 to get a fully furnished 3-bedroom house, and rent is $3,000 a month, which I should definitely be able to charge $300 a night for this house. I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so yesterday I did some hanging. We have to hang some artwork today. I hate this part. I love art in Airbnbs. I feel like not enough of them look cute and need more art and just color and fun things. And so I'm gonna hang some photos and finish this room. This will be the first room that I have finished. The other two have some things that still need to be done to them. This will be the first one of the 3. This is such an unflattering angle. I could scream. One of my least favorite parts about doing this is whenever you need to refill, or just even start, I shouldn't even say refill, your bottles of product. This is not on straight, but no one's gonna be like, oh my god, 1-star review, that wasn't on straight. That's something that you'll learn during the setup of this process, is you kind of just have to let some things go, because it's never going to be completely perfect, even if you want it to be. Now, let's yesify this room real quick, add some sauce. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this whole comforter, like multiple blanket thing yet. I'm going to ask my cleaner about that. But yeah. This room has been yesified. Whatever. Yeah, added in some throw pillows, added in some colored blankets, the black, and then the shelves. Now with the stuff on it, no one's gonna even notice that it's not level, so who cares? And then yeah, the IKEA lamps just really pop this off. Put the light on, it's okay. It doesn't have the same vibe to it. When you take the light off, nice, romantic. We love to see it. So today, well, not even just today, pictures non-stop, but I got some really sick wall art. It just makes Airbnb so much better. So we're about to hang some wall art. You would think that it wouldn't take a long time, but it always takes a long time. I even got this little thing from Amazon called Go Hang It that's supposed to help speed it up, and it does a little bit, but it just still takes such a long time. Because I also have like 5 prints and I need them to all kind of like be level with each other and symmetrical. Like if you're hanging just one piece of art, easy. If you're trying to hang multiple pieces and need them to all look good, hard. This art is super sick. This is actually probably my favorite room in the house after this art's hung up. Let's do it! I have to work on my art leveling skills, but let me back up a little bit. Isn't this so cute, y'all? Are you kidding? Yeah, this is probably my favorite room, just the art in here. It's from a site called Drool, and it is so cool. Love it. The vibe in here. I have to wait on one more pillow with black in it to again incorporate the black throughout. But isn't this so cute? Okay, all the bedrooms are now done. I just somehow managed to get an 8x10 rug. That's why I look beat up by what the hell is that? By life, because oh god, I thought my lamp wasn't working, because I just had to battle this rug to get up the stairs. And so I just wanted to show you guys the bedroom real quick. This is the master. Here she is in all her glory. Me and this rug fought it out, but it's actually pretty close to even. Honestly, not too unhappy with that. I wish that the rugs were more brown than orange, because almost giving Halloween, but it's fine. Yeah, so we got that. We got the art. Yeah, got the, of course, mirror and plant. Yep. So what do we think? I added an ungodly amount of pillows to every bed just to give each room some more color. Alright guys, so time to show you Airbnb number 2. It's just me here to film, so we're gonna try to do this MTV Crib style, but welcome to the Lone Star Lookout. Alright, so we got a 4-story townhome. This is my little stuff here. This obviously won't be here, but when guests enter, we pray that they take their shoes off here. And then, yeah, we've got a 2-car garage here. Yes. And then we have a 1-bedroom with the lighting on. This just goes way harder. So let's just turn on the lighting real quick just so you guys can see. Boom. Okay. See how much better that looks? So we've got a 1-bedroom here. I feel like this is probably my least favorite room out of all the rooms. The other ones are cuter. But yeah, not a bad option. I actually hung those shelves. You can't really tell that they're uneven. I don't think any guest is gonna notice that. They don't care. But yeah, this room, or this whole house, I should add, was furnished already. I just added some sauce. And also, this house is interesting because each bedroom has its own bathroom. So there's probably room to do something with that. Maybe like a 3 individual room plus a whole booking thing. I have not done that yet, but I think there's room for that. And then, yeah, the bathrooms, I did upgrade the bathrooms quite a bit. So they just had some things in here that I didn't really like all that much. Eddie, if you're watching this, don't come for me. Eddie's my landlord. Okay. Yeah, I just added some little details, things that were missing. So, you know, got the classic combo. And as always, if you stay in any of my properties, you get your forgot something basket where I put in all the things that you probably forgot about, like your toothbrush, deodorant, mouthwash, earplugs, the whole thing. So I try to put those in all my properties, and guests seem to like them. And I also added in these in all the bedrooms or bathrooms as well, because I just think they look nicer and they match the appliances as well. So this is bedroom 1. Let's go ahead and jump over to the next one. We're now at floor 2, which has the half bath. Not really much to share here. I did love the flooring here, so I didn't put a rug here just to show the flooring. Guys, I'm so tired. So all of this came as is pretty much. Some things that I did, so of course, gotta have the record player. I add this in all my properties with some vintage vinyls because people eat that up. But yeah, these are automated blinds, so it makes it feel kind of bougie in here. I'll just show you real quick. Awesome. Great. Anyway, now we have a dining and kitchen. Here I just added some things that were missing. So in this bar cart, we added wine glasses, shot glasses, pitchers, mixers, and cocktail glasses. So just any and all the glasses. And then in the kitchen, in my opinion, it just needed some more amenities in it. So it just needed some more cookware and things like that. And of course, your girl adds labels to everything because guests like that. I like that. Great. Now, what did I add? I added like mixing bowls, things like that. Added in the baking trays. I added in more pots and pans because there weren't a lot. So I added in all those bells and whistles, and I got the matching utensils for aesthetic. Just, you know, little things. And then we also had this house. It came like this, which is so crazy to me. You very rarely get this. It didn't look like this. It was actually all on the counter. I'll put a photo here of what it used to look like. And so I put it all in here instead. So it has that clean counter feel. I don't know about y'all, but I love a crisp counter with nothing on it. And it's got all the things that you could possibly want to make coffee. I'm even considering making one right now, to be honest, because your girl is tired. Here's the view next door. It's like, oh, here's some grass, but Oh God, it's a little sketchy over there. Let's go to the next floor. Okay, here, this place already came with the washer and dryer, and actually a nice one, which is excellent. I love that for me. And I'm gonna let guests use it as well because it's just a nice thing to do. All right, let's turn on the lights real quick. This is actually probably my favorite room in the house because I love the art in this room. I'll do a little close-up in a second, but again, all I'm doing, it came with pretty much all of this except for the pillows. I actually updated the pillows as well. But here's this art. Isn't it so freaking cute, guys? This is from a brand called Drool. I can drop the link below, but it was so cute. Loved it. I also added TVs to every bedroom as well because it's not really fair for only the master to have it, right? So, yeah. And then same thing. Bathroom, not much to say here. Kind of the same setup as the other one. Also has the forgot something basket. Let's pop on over to the master and turn on some lights. Okay, this is the master room. So same thing. Pretty much everything came with this, including the desk and chair. All I did was add the rug, add the throws, add the pillows, add the lights. It even came with these super cool space-themed prints, but they weren't hung on the wall, and they weren't in the photos, I don't think, but they were here in the house. And so I added them to the house to give it a space vibe because NASA Center or whatever space center is here. So again, we are back at it with the full-length mirror. Then we have this bathroom, which I knew would sell well because of that tub. That's also what I wanted to stay in here for sometimes, was this tub. And it's got the double sinks. I didn't really make too many changes in here. I did update the bath mats and just the aesthetic in here because the things did not match. Men cannot make things match. I said what I said. And so I had to remove his stuff and update it. And then, yeah, we have the shower here as well. Now we're gonna go all the way to the rooftop. Okay, when guests come up here, they are getting a mini fridge that will have some drinks in it. Yes. And then I also have my classic s'more station, and I have a projector set up and a throw blanket. So projector, I have some videos in my guidebook on how to use it. And I also provide some grilling supplies like charcoal, cubes, etc. But here's why I picked this house, guys. What the F? This is such a good view, and it's just gonna sell so well in photos. And it just rained, so I'm not taking off these covers for you guys, but I'll drop a photo right here of what this place looks like when it's not raining and the covers are off, the fire's on, the projector's on, everything's a vibe. So this is actually the main selling point of this house. That'll be the cover photo on my listing. You can check out the listing in the link below if you want to stay here. But yeah, this is the rooftop. Amazing, right? So that is the Lone Star Lookout, guys. So in terms of the numbers, this is me ballparking and not looking at my budget spreadsheet, but I think I spent at most $7,000, probably between $5,000 and $7,000 to furnish this house. Because again, it came with almost everything you saw. All I did was add decor and a little bit more amenities. Like this house even came with the projector. I just fixed the setup so it worked better. And I added the fire pit, which was like $300, and the hammock. But everything else, like it had such good potential, and it actually was an Airbnb that had plenty of bookings, but the guy didn't want it anymore. Shout out to Eddie. And he was like, do you want it? And I was like, hell yeah. And so yeah, this house is going live today as I film this, and we'll see how much profit does it make. As of right now, when I underwritten it, on the low end, it probably makes $600 a month profit. On the high end, it probably make $3,000 a month profit. So of course, as usual, I will film an update video on how is this property doing, maybe a year in. Maybe I'll film a 6-month one too, but probably a year in. I'll report back on how are both of my Houston properties doing, and I'll have a separate video showing the Lone Star Loft when once it's done. So yeah, if you're in Houston and you want a place with a view and some vibes, check out the Lone Star Lookout, link below. Eventually I'll have a discount for you guys to use. And thanks for watching.